Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we are going to discuss some real estate jargon that's floating out there and what it means for you, the consumer. Today we're going to talk about the 3 commonly used terms regarding home pricings that are bandied about. What does it actually mean in relation to what people are talking about? And that, of course, is median price, average price, and benchmark price. So if you enjoy this kind of content, be sure to like, subscribe, and share, and let's get right into it. All right, so starting with median price. So this is if you took all the sales within a given area, you stack them all up from the lowest sales price to the highest sales price. The median price would be the price that you found exactly in the middle of all those prices. So 50% of the homes would be lower than that median price, and 50% of those homes would be higher than that median price. Typically, this is used when people are talking about average median home price versus median income. That can be correlated. Typically, the median household income is lower than the average household income, so this can be useful on a national level when we're looking at median household income and median home price, is to see, okay, like right in the middle, where does affordability lie? How far are those apart right now? It's a good gauge of housing affordability nationally. All right, so an average sales price is if you were to take all the sales within an area within a certain amount of time and divide it, and that would give you the average sales price. So this is a stat that is most commonly used, but it can be a little bit tricky to get a valuation of your own home using average sales price for a couple of reasons. So maybe you're looking within a certain geographic area of where your home is located, where there aren't really many sales. Maybe you live in an area where there's only 1 or 2 sales per year. So how far back do you go? I mean, market conditions can be very, very tricky to figure out the further back you go, you know, interest rates, what's going on in the economy, what's going on in the world. The other thing that can skew average home prices is maybe there was an outlier sale. Maybe for some reason someone came in and decided to way overpay for a home in your market. Or maybe there was a seller in your area that had to just fire sale their home because of something that had to go, that was going on in their personal life. They didn't care if they took a massive loss. So, you know, if somebody was willing to overpay for that home, you know, that buyer who was willing to do that has been extracted from the marketplace now. Typically, there are a lot less of those wandering around than the typical home buyer. And the fire sale for the average home price is a little bit more problematic for home values in your neighborhood, especially if it's a home that's similar to yours. It's always important to take into account what was going on at the time, and maybe you got the inside scoop of why your neighbor had to sell so quickly. So average homes price can be tricky, and how far back are you going time-wise? Are you looking back 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, a year? It can take a little while, especially if there are multiple different markets and multiple different levels of inventory within your neighborhood. So if you're using average sales price to gauge the value of your home, make sure that you're having a cold, hard look at the data, especially if your market has shifted rapidly from buyer's market to seller's market to balanced market, maybe, you know, moving in between those areas. It can be a little bit more tricky than meets the eye. So the benchmark price, we're seeing media outlets, reporting institutions, you know, statistical institutions moving to benchmark price rather than average price. And the benchmark price is figured out using the housing price index, and this takes into account typical homes in an area with typical features and typical condition that is likely to be found. So the goal of the benchmark price is to disregard those outlier homes that we were talking about in average sales price. So the radically over-improved home that someone was willing to pay a super premium for, the person that just had to fire sale their home, to get a clear idea of what your home may be worth. Typically, the benchmark price can look a little bit more stable and give you a little bit more clearer idea of what your home is likely to be worth in a current market. So a great way to think about the benchmark price is, hey, this is a typical sales price for my area. I have a pretty good idea. We're not going to compare it to those other homes that we talked about earlier. If you have any questions about these terms, or there's terms in real estate that you're not quite sure, abbreviations that you're not quite sure of, your real estate professional will help you demystify all these terms. Hopefully you found this video informative. If you have any questions about your unique real estate situation, be sure to give us a call, an email, a DM, whatever floats your boat. And as always, remember, we do have great referral partners all across the country and the US if you are looking to relocate to our area. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.